spiritual things are very real. There's all sorts of different viewpoints on where they originate from or where they come from, but from anything from pre-Adamic man and disembodied spirits to fallen angels to disembodied spirits of Nephilim and various other ideas, and maybe a combination of a lot. The fact remains, regardless of the exact truth on that, the fact remains that spiritual things are very, very real. There are spiritual beings operating in the world, and they are behind so much of the chaos and the stealing and the killing and the destroying that we're seeing almost on an non-stop basis. We see there's a lot of division between these same spiritual entities. We see an uprising in China over there and Russia, that communist spirit joining forces with Iran and other nations, seemingly coming against that same, another rather demonic spirit, an antichrist spirit rising up in Europe. They seem to be sort of, moving closer and closer to war with each other. But ultimately they will join forces, and the Bible's very clear on that. They will join forces at a point in the near future where they will all come against and try to eliminate Israel and the Jewish people. When ultimately they'll try to eliminate or stop Jesus Christ when he comes back into the world, which won't be too far into the future. We see demonic spirits rising up in various nations in the form of, what may be considered ancestral spirits. Again, whatever their origins are, we don't know, but it's, and this is not an attack against Indigenous people, because we're ultimately all Indigenous people, but it's because a lot of Indigenous people are very awake to these demonic spirits that are rising up and claiming to be ancestral spirits and that. The fact is they're demonic spirits that hate the things of God. They hate anything that represents God or the things of God or Western civilization, and they know that their time is short. Thankfully, a lot of Indigenous people are very well aware of these spiritual dynamics, and I think it's really important that pastors and leaders teach and preach on these realities. They don't have to be an expert on the spiritual world and what is and all of the origins of it, but just to know that it is, and identify and state the fact that there are very real spiritual beings at war with the world, and in particular with Israel and with the church in these last days. And it's only getting worse, it's only getting darker, but at the same time, as believers, we have tremendous authority over these spiritual powers of darkness.